intersection of my deepest needs. You were there, I knew, now you know.
Hi there, Aries. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, and for those of you who haven't in a long time, welcome back. So first card that you have is the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is a card where it's a bit different in a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, because in a traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, we're talking about movement, we're talking about communications, we're talking about trying to manifest something that is very, very fast. In this particular deck of mine, this Eight of Wands, you know that saying, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it? Yep. That's exactly that. I mean, be careful of what you seek. If you're seeking for dirt on somebody, you might get it, and it might leave you feeling very, very overwhelmed, and it might leave you in a state of shock. If you're looking for a lover, you might get it, but then again, ask yourself, are you ready for it? If you want your ex to come back to you or what have you, ask yourself again, are you ready for it? Look at the challenges. Because I understand that completely as a fire sign myself, you know what I mean? When something is so out of reach, we tend to obsess and we tend to want to reach that. But once we get that, then we get that Eight of Wands. Feelings. And what's challenging your overall relationship is that you have the High Priestess in reverse, and then you also have the Two of Swords. So there is one person in this relationship, it could be you or it could be them, who are a bit indecisive about trying to make a decisions. And why is that so? Because one person is being pretty judgmental. So it could be that you've made your mind up about this person. Like, for instance, this person is not good, or this person is a hypocrite, or this person is a liar, or what have you. And that's your conscious thoughts. And because of that, it's so hard for you to open up towards this person, even though you feel so good about this person, because you are already judgmental when it comes to this person. Or it could be vice versa. It could be them doing this to you as well. But again, the High Priestess in reverse also talks about somebody who is trying to explore their sexuality, somebody who is not willing to commit because they're not opening up their heart chakra. So again, it could be you or it could be them doing this to you. The one thing for certain, though, that this Eight of Wands, because this is your overall energy, that energy is yours. That means 5 cards in the past. So once you get what you wanted, again, as I said in the beginning, that is gonna leave you torn, because you have the Lover's card, and the Lover's card is always about decisions, whether you want to go through with your feminine energy or whether you want to go through with your masculine energy. Your masculine energy is like your Aries side of you is like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like, I'm so optimistic about it. I have all elements, I have all the powers that I need to try to manifest this and just try to continue with this. But your feminine side is like a bit freaking out. What is it? You've been hurt before? I mean, if this is like a truly new person, don't you think it's fair for them that you're judging them based off of the lens of your ex? Just saying. But if it's just like the person that you've been dealing with for a very long time, that freaking outness, I'm not even sure if it's English or not, that fear might be justified. Let's see, 5 cards in a now. Yeah, they're hurt. They cannot read you well. And for some reason, there's this sense of mysteriousness coming from your side. And I'm not hanging around, I'm not waiting for you, and all that stuff that they find very, very intriguing. If this is like the new person that you've been dealing with, I'm afraid that they might be falling for their fantasy of you rather than the reality side of you. And I feel like you kind of like felt that from them. Like, for some reason, they just see things in you that you don't see it for yourself. And it's kind of like quite justifiable because they have the 7 of Cups in there. So, you know the saying that falling in love with your expectations, hopes, and dreams rather than the reality of things? I think that's what it is. And whenever, yeah, it's like they have this tendencies to make assumptions about you, about who you are, how your past is like, and all that stuff. So they do have that tendency to do that. And the thing is that this person has the inability to look within, to know what is it that they so really needs, and you kind of like sense it from them, and that triggered that fear. If this is like a longer person that you've been knowing, and if you're only dealing with one person, we'll get to the two people scenarios later on. But this is like the person that you've been dealing with for a very long time. You feel that this person is being selfish, because it's like this person is being very, very selfish is because you feel that what they're not able to do themselves, they want you to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's like, it's a bit toxic. I know you can do this, Aries. I know you could change. I know you could be like this. I know you could expire this. I know you do that stuff. And you find it very, very toxic. Like, why should you push me to do these stuff? So you backed away. You wanted to see how things transpires in the past, but you have had it, because you feel that this person's presence is bringing quite a lot of imbalance into your life. And in the now, you guys are solely focusing on the Nine of Cups, or you guys are solely focusing on your own emotional well-being and how to gain like a lot of emotional wisdom for everything that has been happening with you throughout your life. And you also have the Wheel of Fortune. So because you are vibrating in such a higher frequency, you might attract like a lot of lucks in your life. So congratulations. In 1 to 2 weeks to come, your power of manifestations is so on point. But this person feels that how could you be content with yourself when I am hurting? Because they're hurting very much. They're hurting very much because they fantasize a lot about this relationship. And they fantasize a lot about you too, who is not the real you. And I'm not saying that you guys are not good, but it's just that their fantasy of you is so unrealistic because it's not you. Like me, myself, as a Sagittarius, I hate it when people doesn't see me as me. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, you're a graduate from this, you're blah, blah, blah. You should be like this. No, I don't want that. I want something for me. So that's just how you've been feeling. And this person is still in that bubble. This person is still in that illusions and fantasies of you, that they are a bit hurt. Not a bit, they're so hurt right now because they see you being content with your life. And you manifesting tons of luck into your life without them even knowing that you struggled to get here. If you've been dealing with somebody who is like a bit petty, you might get a little bit of a petty things coming out of them. But again, you guys are so unfuckwithable right now. Like, these type of games, these type of things is not going to touch you. So they're going to be like, I'm so over you, I'm going to try to cut you off, Aries, or they're going to try to act petty about it. Like, they might be like flaunting their new girl or boys to you or whatever, but just doing something. That is like the Five of Swords. You know, Five of Swords is a bit petty. Somebody who wants to one up with another, who wants to always have the upper hand of a situation. The reason why they're doing this is because they're hurt, because the reality doesn't match their expectations. But I think it's not going to affect you that much. It stings, yeah, it's going to sting. It's going to hurt, but you guys are on a different level of wanting to get that emotional self-fulfillment for yourself. that you're actually doing very, very great. But the thing is that with this person, I think this person, like, you guys are connected with them on a spiritual base as well, that whenever they cannot stop thinking about you, you feel it, and you feel it everywhere. You feel it on your shoulder, you feel it in your dreams, you feel it in your head, they're fucking your brains and all that stuff. But and in the future, this person, even though they might act like a little bit harsh towards you and they want to hurt you and all that stuff, in the future, this person is still going to be like the King of Pentacles. So they're still going to try to show their availability, and they're going to show that, look, I'm not going to be in love with the fantasy version of you, but I'm just going to be real this time. I just want to be realistic because I see so much potential in this relationship that could, you know, progress into like a long-term commitment. You'd find that tempting to look back to or to try to touch it. Like, I think you're going to find some healings when they said sorry, and you're probably going to say sorry for them as well. You find some healings, but you're going to be tempted. So it's up to you, because I see the Six of Cups. So you might go back to that place as well. It just depends on how persistent and how much this Chariot wants to go to this way. But you feel that with this person, there's like a lot of things that you need to hash out. Yep. In order for you to hash out. So you're going to be very, very cool with that. You're going to be thankful, and you'd find your healings when this person returns to you. But you're not going to be like 100% attached to them, because you guys are also focusing a lot on your independence. But so that's that. So that is if you guys are only dating one person. That's like 1 to 2 weeks forecast. But what happens if you guys are done with this energy and you just want to move forward and look for somebody new, and you're actively looking for somebody new, is I feel you guys might find another person, but you have to go through that Nine of Cups process first, all right? You have to go through that healing process. Your ex is still going to return, but then again, I think you guys might meet somebody in your workplace or in a place where you're indulging yourself. So it could be in a nice restaurant where you guys are hanging out with your childhood best friends or your friends from your high school or your college or whatever, and you might be finding somebody new. But this person is a bit what should I say? They're successful, they're very financially independent, and they like the finest things in life. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to proceed to the two people scenarios. So if you guys are only dating one person, your reading ends now. I feel like if you guys are dealing with two people, you just walked away from two people in the past, because there's one person in here who you decided to no longer let them in towards you emotionally, because you're looking at the empty Three of Cups, because you got the Four of Cups in here. And there's another person who you feel is a bit selfish, who is a bit selfish, and you feel that with this person, well, I'm interested in you, but then again, I'm not going to show you my true colors, and I'm not going to wait around for you forever. So in the now, these two people are so hurt that this person A is somebody who you're not letting emotionally in, and this person is still confused, like, why is it that you're not letting them in emotionally to you, and they're trying to read you in so many different ways. And this person is now hurting because they feel that you guys are content with yourself, you're doing okay, and they're mourning and they're in pain and all these stuff. Okay, so that's person A. And person B is going to try to act very, very petty, because here's the thing with person B thinks that you guys are giving them mixed messages. So one day you guys could be like the very, very hot pursuing them. You could have like a really, really great conversation with them, and the other day you guys could have like a very, very bland conversation and all that stuff. So they feel that you guys are sending them mixed messages. And again, this person likes like a lot of attention to themselves, because they're a bit like an emperor. Because for me, like the Hermit card in reverse is like emperor. you know, like somebody emperor in reverse, you know what I mean? Like somebody who's just kind of like quite selfish because they're just not happy with themselves. They're expecting other people to fill that void for them. And because of that, this person is going to try to act over petty on you. It's either they're going to call you out with your mixed messages, or they're going to protest, or they're going to act pretty petty. But this person's intention is not really good, to be honest with you. And then person A, in the future, this person is not able to think of you, is not able to get rid of you from their mind. And you'd feel this because I feel like you and person A connects on a very, very spiritual basis, where whenever they think of you, when they miss you, they just show up in your dreams, or they show up in your symbols, or you just had this past visions of them in front of your face and all that stuff. And you'd feel very, very happy with this person. You might reconsider, or you might consider yourself to try to reach out and mend the bridges with this person, which I highly suggest though, because it's not about pride, it's about healing. Because I feel like you have so much bottled up emotions and you have so much unanswered questions with them, and they are also like that, but they're feared, they're afraid, and they're also hurt by you. So I feel like with this person, it's a bit difficult to get them to come to you. So if you want to, it's okay, because you'd find healings from this process. You have the Ace of Cups in here. So that's you with person A. With person B, the person who is acting really, really petty in the now, or probably in next few days to come, this person is still sitting comfortably in his or her throne, and trying to show you that nothing happens in their life and all that stuff. You'd find it very, very tempting to go back to them, but you know for real that this person is a bit toxic and this person is very, very selfish, that you decided to just walk away from this person. Yeah, you decided to just walk away from this person because you don't want to be in a relationship that is caging you. You don't want in a relationship where you don't want other people to rule you or to be dominant of you. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's that. Okay, so that is it for my reading for you this week, Aries. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for. And I'll see you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye guys. Have a great day. I love you.
If I love you and you love me, let's plant a seed, watch it grow into a tree, baby. Why don't we grow some nectarines, baby? Why don't we grow a little